Look to the past, we look and find great encouragement from the past and use that information to shape our future, to create from it, right? Not to create from past pain, but to create from past triumph, right? To create from past victories. And we take all of that good, all of that information, and we use that because it tells us something about ourselves. It tells us something about what's possible for each and every one of us. So what we are doing this month is we've highlighted two beautiful souls so far, Sarah Flowers and Reverend Pearl Wood, known as Mother Pearl. And today we're going to talk about Reverend Homer Johnson. These beautiful, powerful souls are New Thought pioneers and teachers who inspire us and whose work permeates throughout the ages, much well beyond their own lifetimes. And so Reverend Homer Johnson, I love this. Let's go upstairs is the way Reverend Homer Johnson often began each prayer. That just brings me joy every time I read it. I have been inspired by stories about his commitment and devotion to spiritual practice. He was a strong leader and a great minister, but he invested the majority of his time counseling individuals with a focus on how spiritual principles could be actively applied in daily life. Sounds familiar, huh?
Sounds familiar.
Right? His example has encouraged me never to forget that applied spirituality is more important than intellectual accuracy. Science of mind is a faith, a philosophy, and a way of life. I never want to feel the faith and know the philosophy without demonstrating it as my default way of living. And the quote from Reverend Homer Johnson, apply principles to daily life. And of course, this is God Talk Sunday, and this is what we do. This is what we teach here at CSC, Practical Spirituality. It's wonderful to read a lot of stuff. It's wonderful to have these massive libraries and to be able to quote everyone from Ernest Holmes to Marianne Williamson and Michael Beckwith and on. But are we applying these principles to our daily life?
Absolutely. That's the only way that we know that it works.
Yep.
Is if we apply the principles to our lives. And if we haven't been, forgive ourselves and set ourselves free, and then begin to look at these teachings, these texts in a different way. How can I integrate what I just read into my experience? How can I apply it today to my life? And how can I expect what I'm reading to show up as the good in my life? Apply the principles, y'all.
Yes. And so again, we are so very grateful for these beautiful souls. The source of this material is from the Gems of Wisdom from Black Leaders of New Thought, which was published by the Unity Church. We have included the link in our Friday email over the past 2 Fridays so that you can order your own copy. You can get a digital version or a physical copy, and it's actually free of charge. So we encourage you to get that, to have this, because there's some more wonderful things, and we'll talk about one more person next week, but there's so many folks that are highlighted in this text, and something that you want to have as we think about Black history within New Thought.